Okay, so we're going to get our legs involved a little bit more this time. And we're going to go with the teep. So, teep, a slip as though they're coming back with a straight punch, and then a left uppercut. But again, it could be a teep, slip the other side, and a right uppercut. It doesn't matter. It's your choice. You do what you want. Off we go. So, teep, slip, uppercut. Again, the teep doesn't matter which foot you use. Teep, slip, uppercut. And what matters is that movement into the uppercut. Don't delay, don't slip, bring it back, then punch. No point. Make it all one movement. Again, make that movement. Walk around. Show your defence as well. Into a teep, into the slip, and uppercut. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so why not? Let's throw an elbow on the end of the uppercut. So it's teep, slip, uppercut, elbow. Again, make sure you're keeping your tight guard and you're ready to move on to the next one. So, teep, slip, uppercut, elbow. And that's what we're looking for. We're just looking for that power shot on the end. We're working our way in from the slip to the uppercut into that power strike on the elbow. In 2, 1, off you go. Teep, slip, uppercut, elbow. Don't forget, use both sides. Teep, slip, right uppercut this time. Left elbow. Remember, it doesn't matter if you mess the drill up. I've done it a couple of times. It doesn't matter. Just work through it. 14, 13 seconds to go. Teep, slip, uppercut, elbow. Working your way in past his guard. Don't forget, have a lot of long guard like this. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, after the elbow now, so you're going to throw the right elbow or the left elbow, it doesn't matter, but you're going to throw a shield. Now again, it doesn't matter which shield you throw at this point, but for the next time, again, it doesn't really matter, but I like to throw the left shield, so the next one's a left kick. But teep, slip, uppercut, elbow, shield. That's where we are now. In 2, 1, off you go. Teep, slip, uppercut, elbow, shield. Nice and strong. Teep, slip, uppercut, elbow, shield. Keep moving, keep that rocking going on. Teep, slip, uppercut, elbow, shield the other side. Halfway through. Teep, slip, uppercut, elbow, shield. Teep, slip, uppercut, elbow, shield. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, well done. After the shield now, you're just going to throw that left lead kick. So it's not a powerful kick, we're not spinning all the way around, it's kind of a quick kick, a little bit flicky, bosh. That's all we're looking for, just that, and then bring it back to position. Okay, so teep, slip, uppercut, elbow, shield the other side, put it down, bosh, or shield, put it down, and throw that kick. In 2, 1, off you go. So teep, slip, uppercut, elbow, shield, down, there's your kick. Teep, slip, uppercut, elbow, shield, and there's your kick. Kind of flicky, might work, might score some points, might catch him on the chin. You never know. Teep, slip, uppercut, elbow, shield. Again, one more. 13 seconds to go. Teep, slip, uppercut, elbow, kick. Forgot my shield. Teep, slip, uppercut, elbow, shield, kick, and rest. Well done, that's your full set. Okay, so grab a quick drink, And now we're just going to move into some stretches, and those stretches will basically be well, we'll do a cool down first. So keep moving a little bit. You don't have to move around very much at this point. You want to bring your heart rate down a little bit. We'll work our way back through some of the stuff we've done. So again, nice and easy. We don't want to use the big muscles, but we do want to stretch off a little bit. So we'll just throw some nice light knees just to work ourselves through. We don't want to be using massive muscles, but we do want to be kind of just working through the stuff that we've done. Nice and light, just move them through. Again, just drop the height on the kick. Again, if you want to, you can just throw some kicks on the other side just to kind of balance out what you've done. Bring those back. I know that kick's not really traditional Thai kind of thing because of the flick and the bend, but it does work out quite nicely when you're in a confined space and you can't really spin around. Okay, so once we've done those lower part, now we want to work our way through our elbows again. So again, we're just going to throw lefts and rights up, some cutting, some inwards. Again, let's cool our shoulders off again, we'll work them, but bosh, bosh, just throw in everything that you've just done, nice and light though. We're just working our way through it. And again, if you've strained something, the chances are you'll feel it when you're working through like this, so you'll know whether to apply ice or whatever. Again, we'll do our boxing, so we'll throw some uppercuts. Just nice and light, just cooling down. So nice and light, nice and slow. Kind of the opposite of what we did when we were warming up. And again, at this point, you can start to think about other things as you work those combos there. You can start to think, maybe if I threw the uppercuts or body hooks instead of uppercuts, you know, so or throw a body and then an uppercut. Just work through it. Just see how you feel. Again, it looks a bit daft. It looks like you're not really shadow boxing because you're not, but you're actually just cooling everything down. And now your heart rate should have dropped down a little bit so that you're in a position to be able to stretch. And so the first stretch we're going to do is our chest. So put your hands on the base of your spine. And again, if you're struggling for a series of stretches to do after you've trained, if you go to the Unleashed Fitness and Martial Arts YouTube channel, there's a series of stretches on the back end of that that you can do at any training. There's also a decent warm-up if you want to. So that's Unleashed Fitness and Martial Arts YouTube. So put your hands on the base of your spine, nice relaxed posture, bring your elbows together, stretch your chest out. Again, you hold these for about 10-12 seconds. We'll probably do maybe 6 or 7 stretches, but the video I mentioned there has got 10 on it. Okay, and then we'll just do each tricep. So again, you see a lot of people just grabbing and yanking triceps around. You don't need to. Point your elbow to the ceiling and then just support it here. It's a maintenance stretch, you don't need to do anything exciting with it. Just relax, control your breathing. And rest that one. Move on to the other one. It may be that you are a little bit tight and you do need to push it a little bit to get that elbow pointing to the ceiling. If you do, you do. But again, you don't need to lean on you, grab and pulling everywhere. Okay, we're going to do an upper back piece now with the shoulders, where you give yourself a hug. Make sure your elbows are together at the front. And again, it looks a bit weird, it looks like I'm lopsided, but I'm not. My shoulders are level, I promise you. Keep your shoulders level, elbows to the front, and push those out. You should feel your shoulders separate at the back. That's a good stretch. And then you can look down at the floor to make it worse or better. And rest there. Okay, what we're going to do now is a lat stretch. Again, you've not done very much in terms of, like lat pull downs and those kind of exercises that really hit your lats specifically. But this action that we do a lot really works the back. And it's important for our posture that we do stretch those out. So, hands in front of your chest. If you look, there's a gap between my hands. Hands in front of your chest. Bring those over your head. And then push your hands up, but keep your elbows out as much as you can. And that'll activate the lats for a stretch. You can always hear that in my voice when I do that one. Again, hold that for about 10-12 seconds. And rest. Okay, now we're going to hit the lower part of the body. We're going to stretch our quads. Now you can do this lying on the floor and pulling your heel into your bum. You can do it standing, use a chair or a bench or something to lean on. Or if your balance is good enough. But make sure your knees are together when you do this. You see a lot of people stretching like this. It's not actually stretching the quads sufficiently. So hold that. Just hold that for 12 seconds. And rest. And then the other leg. Again, 12 seconds on each leg. Again, the idea is to try and stay as vertical as you can. And rest. Okay, so next one we're going to hit our hamstrings. Again, with all that explosive action, throwing the hamstrings. Let's take it easy again, definitely rest. Hamstring stretch you can do again, lying hamstring stretch, which is on that video I mentioned. But here's a nice hamstring stretch. Again, point your toes if you really need to feel it a bit more. But again, I'm just using the wall for balance purposes at this point so that I'm focusing on my stretch. And the other leg. There we go. So just hold that for 12 seconds. And rest. Okay, the last thing we want to do is our calves. Calves take a little bit of a bashing during shadowboxing because of all that motion backwards and forwards. So again, just stretch those out, take a step forward, bring the knee of the lead leg over the toes, make sure both feet are facing forward and that heel stays on the ground. Again, it's just a standard calf stretch. If you want to, you can step further to really hit it, but it's not essential, it's just a maintenance stretch. We're not trying to improve flexibility with these. And then the other leg. Okay. Oops. 2, 1. Rest. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that. 30 minutes of shadowboxing, kind of 20 odd minutes of shadowboxing with a warm up and some stretches at the end. Really good for cardio. Hope you enjoy it. Have fun with your training.